Hey, it's Don. Welcome to Don't Worry, I'm Finite, and welcome to the Amazon River. We are here on the Holland America Zaandam ship, and I'm on it for 27 days. We're sailing from Miami to Miami again, and we're going to be going to 5 ports in the Amazon River. Tomorrow we'll be in Santarém, then we're going to Boca de Valeria, which is a very, very small town. Then we're going to go to Manaus overnight. That'll be great. Then we're coming back up the river to Parinthen, and then we're going to Alto de Chao. It's a small beach town. So those are our 5 ports, our 6 days. They're all in a row, which is unusual for cruise itineraries, but we're going to be on this river for quite a while, and it's pretty exciting to be here. So we have 6 ports in a row. They're all places I've never been before, so I'm excited to see them. I'm excited to share them with you. I'm going to do some tours. I'm going to do some general sightseeing and wandering around, see some of the history and the cultural things, and I'm going to share that all with you. The sailing has been interesting so far as well. There's just a lot of birds, a lot of insects, and just kind of enjoying the unusual nature of sailing in a river with land on both sides and the murky, muddy water of the Amazon beneath us. One of the things I've been trying to do daily is get breakfast and come sit on the aft deck and just kind of watch the scenery. It's something I used to like to do when I was a photographer, but then I didn't have as much time to do later. So kind of reviving that idea, spending some time, taking my time, and enjoying the land passing by. So as I mentioned, I am a friend on board right now, which means I am essentially a guest, but I have some crew privileges as well. One of the issues I've been dealing with, which is a good problem to have, I'm sure anyone would agree, is figuring out how to fill all my free time, because I'm used to working on a ship and having to come back early to host a trivia, do an event, stay on the ship late to make sure all the guests get out first, especially in tender ports. In this case, I have the freedom of a guest. I'm staying in a crew cabin, but I am able to go to the crew areas as well, even though I'm not working. So I kind of have the benefit of both. What I've been doing to fill my time is I've been going to the shows, I've been going to the lectures on Brazil and the Amazon River. I've been trying to go to some of the educational classes as well, going to the port talks to learn about what we have coming up and what to look forward to, and I've been going to the gym. So trying to work out and trying to stay healthy and, you know, keep my fitness level up for when we get to these ports, because we have 6 ports in a row. Surely I'm going to be doing a whole lot of walking, and I want to make sure that I don't feel drained and tired from 5 days of doing nothing. So as much as I do enjoy to sit by a pool, it's not really my main objective here. Which reminds me, I haven't been in the pool yet. I need to get in the pool. It's 9 a.m. It's time for a walk around the deck. It's time to enjoy this breezy weather as it gets very warm. As you can imagine, it's quite warm in the Amazon. So I was talking about it a bit in my recent article and podcast about being present and filling your time well with quality instead of just quantity. And that's one of those things where it is a little challenging sometimes when you have all the time to figure out how to fill the time, but it's harder when you have very little time figuring out how to fill that time without rushing to fit everything in, especially when you're only in a port for a few hours and you want to see the things, you want to see the cultural things, you want to see the history, you want to see the hikes, the coffee and the beer. That's me anyway. But it's hard to pick one or two without the FOMO of worrying about, well, I didn't get to see that volcano, or, you know, I didn't get to try that coffee I really wanted to try. I think I've learned that it's more important to have the quality of an experience instead of having a bunch of experiences. Now you can have the two coexist, but it's easier to just pick one or two things and then enjoy them. And more for me, it's been, let's say I'm at a cafe and I'm enjoying the coffee and I'm just enjoying the atmosphere. So I just decide I'm just gonna stay here. I'm gonna have another coffee. It's better than going somewhere else, spending your time in that place, thinking about the next place, which lessens your experience in that place, you know what I mean? And then the next place you get, maybe there's bad traffic, maybe it's randomly closed, maybe it's not as good as you thought it would be. So why did you leave that good experience for something that's unknown? You know, there's a lot of factors to consider there. Do what you want, travel the way that works for you. But for me, I'm trying to get more quality out of the experiences while enjoying the most that I can, keeping that in mind. That makes sense, right? So I'm up here on deck 10. All the ships are slightly different, so it's hard to remember what deck I'm on. So I'm on deck 10. We can see over the bow, you can see the radars here, and you can see the funnel in the back here. This is part of what I've been doing, kind of just to keep myself active, wander around while seeing the views. You can just walk the decks up and down the stairs. You don't have to do all the stairs at once. You can do a few stairs here and there, go up the decks, walk inside for a while, because yes, we are in the Amazon, and yes, it's getting hot. So I've been trying to kind of mix it up. When I start to get a little sweaty, go inside, grab a water, keep walking through the buffet, the Lido area, and then make my way up here, because I do like the peace. There's very few people up here. There's rarely anybody up here. And if you look over here, you can see in front of the ship. So I'm gonna leave you with that. Let me know what you're interested in, because I've got a lot of stuff to see and I'm excited to share it with you. I will be posting as I go. I don't have the best internet here all the time, so it might not be very quickly, but I will be listening. I'll be watching to see what you're interested in. And there are really cool insects on the ship, so I'm definitely gonna do a video about all the insects that are here, because that's one of the big fauna that is in the Amazon rainforest. It's so many bugs, and that's what everybody keeps talking about. So besides the tours and the towns, there will be some nature interest, and one of the most interesting things that I think you might have noticed already is that the river is much wider than I kind of expected. You keep wondering, how is a cruise ship going to fit down a river? It's a very wide river, and I'm sure it will meander and get wider and more narrow as we go, but it's one of those first things that I noticed that I think a lot of people question. How do you fit a cruise ship down a river? But more on that later. Thanks for watching and subscribing. See you in the next video.